Good morning. This is Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
And I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Now, I don't want to scare you at all because I know you're a little spooky about snakes and tornadoes and things. And I don't want to, cause you stress today, but I have to tell you a true story.
Okay.
And Mom, if you're listening from Arkansas, everything's okay. Nothing to worry about. I know you were talking yesterday about feeling a little uneasy sitting in this chair and knowing that there's a possible tornado in the area because our job is to stay on the air and inform the public, and so at the last minute, we might be able to crawl underneath this console here and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want you to know that I've talked with a gentleman yesterday who has video of the tornado touching down just right down the road from here.
Really?
The other night. Yes.
Wow.
Anderson Auto.
Uh-huh.
Visited with Dave yesterday. You may have heard on TV last night, TV news, that the National Weather Service came over to talk to some folks west of town.
Mm.
Dave was one of those, if not the only person.
Uh-huh.
And I wished he was here to tell the story, but basically he was watching. He was working late, as I think he does
Sure.
a lot. And he was watching out the back door, checking every once in a while, and as he did, he saw a rotation, a dust devil, he thought at first, but it was not a dust devil, and his door that he had a hold of, it pulled it out of his hand. He shut the door and bolted it, and then he took another peek a little later. I hope I'm getting the story right, but the bottom line is he has security cameras around his building, and he showed me the video. And,
yes.
And the twister picked up a trailer out back and moved it across a ways, and it ran into a couple of parked vehicles back there.
Wow.
But it lifted it off the ground and set it across the parking lot. And
it was really close here.
So he has an actual video of it, and the weather people came out to see him yesterday, and he also took pictures off and on that night as the storm was moving through.
Uh-huh.
And the weather people said, "Yeah, there it is, right there. There's the twister. It's hard to see for an untrained eye, but there was the twister in the clouds. Yeah, right behind Anderson Auto." And it picked up that trailer and moved it a ways and went back up into the sky real quick and went on. So that's probably something like that happened to the dance studio and Culligan Water and the U-Hauls building there on the block on Fifth Avenue. Must have dropped down, or another one. Who knows?
Yeah.
But as you were sitting here, I just wanted you to know that Dave Anderson and Anderson Auto has confirmed that it moved a trailer, not a big trailer, but a trailer out behind his building, and it is on video, and it didn't do too much damage to the vehicles that were sitting there. He said just
That's
a small
good.
scratch.
Yeah.
But he said there was some lighter material in the back, didn't move it at all. That's the way those weird twisters do, but I just wanted you to know that you were here and there was a twister nearby.
Oh, thanks, Dave. The one thing that's great about when you are doing the live reports and everything on the air, you're not looking outside.
You can't see.
You're just zoned in on the computer screen and statements that are coming in, and quite frankly, that's a good thing, I think. So, since we're on this subject, received a text message last evening, and we've been asked to announce that Culligan, who you were talking about, will be open today for foot traffic.
Oh, that's great.
So Culligan will plan to be open today for foot traffic. So that's good news.
All right. So I did hear Jack earlier reading the note that we had on yesterday's agenda for Culligan. So disregard that and know that you can walk into Culligan today and do business. It's fantastic. I know they have a lot of work to do. I'm sure they had water and all sorts of things with the roof opened up.
Yeah.
And same with the dance studio. And we wish them the very best. Also, now that things have settled down after the storm, unfortunately, the stories start being passed back and forth about the hail damage out there. We know that up between here and Myrna and around Myrna, even up at Anselmo, the storm came through Victoria Springs. The warning was in the heart of Victoria Springs, Melbourne area. So we know that there's, information being passed back and forth, probably between crop adjusters and fellow farmers and ranchers. I drove out yesterday out on the Callaway Road and was disappointed to see major damage to the corn to the west of us on the Callaway Road. Looked like in some areas total, no crop probably in some of the fields. Got a little better as you came this way, but further I went to the west on the Callaway Road, and I only went to Christie's place. A lot of damage that way. And I'm sure that in different areas, in south too, and as you mentioned, there was stormy weather down in the southwest corner, and then later on the Buckeye area and down through that area. There was hail reported in all those areas of some degree, but driving yesterday out on Callaway Road was kind of disappointing because it was worse than I expected, and I know that everybody that's driven through Myrna on Highway 2 go, there's not much left in spots up there. So sorry, we'll continue on. Hopefully insurance will cover some of those losses. And as a matter of fact, we're going to be visiting with some folks this morning about that very thing. Farm Credit Services of America will be in. Maybe they'll have a little information for us as well. They'll be talking with us about some other things, but we'll see if we can get a little more information out of them. I'm sure they're starting the process. So that's that.
Yes.
If you really want to get the whole story on the tornado that dipped down behind Anderson Auto just down the street here, talk to Dave.
Okay.
As he was still pretty jacked up.
Yeah, I bet. I would kind of like to see the video, I think.
Yeah, well, he said, when he first saw it and it shut the door that first time, the whole building kind of shook a little bit, so some bad things could have happened there for sure, and fortunately did not.
Yeah.
It's not a great place to have a tornado with a body shop there and Rod's body right next door. Not any place good to have a tornado.
No.
When they say it's in rural areas, you want to remember, I think, to people who are just scientists and meteorologists, it's a good thing that it's in rural areas, but there's folks who live in the rural areas.
Yes.
And there's crops in the rural areas, and where there's a tornado, there's
and
usually
machinery in rural areas.
Yeah.
And
shops and grain bins and pivots, and it's not a good thing. And usually near the rotation, there's the larger hail. So that's kind of what took place the other night, we think.
Yeah.
But I was surprised when I went out west yesterday how tough the crops looked just from the station here west. So that kind of came down through that path and went right through Broken Bow.
Yeah.
But anyway, just thought you want to know.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
And Mom, he's okay. He's fine. That's the one nice thing when you're by yourself out here doing weather. You can't see outside, but we had 4 of us out here at one time.
Yes.
Then they can go out and look and go, oh man.
Yeah. Well, that
looks tough.
That was Jeremy. He came in, and I think on the air his comment was, "It's real."
Yeah, it's real.
It's gotten real. Yeah.
Yeah, it was real bad, but nobody was hurt. Nobody was hurt.
Yeah.
Nothing like lukewarm coffee. I don't know why I pour so much coffee. I never get to it. Find myself filling the cup, and an hour later have only taken a sip, and then it's cold.
Yep.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, we always find something to complain about, don't we?
Every day. Well, I just wanted to let you folks out there know, if you're looking for a new job, a new career, BD in Broken Bow is looking for you. If you're a hardworking person, dependable, they'd love to talk to you, and they have a couple different ways you can apply. Join their team. They offer competitive wages, a team environment, and day one benefits. Some of those benefits include health, life, dental, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply online at bd.com/careers. If you like, you can also attend their open interviews every Wednesday from 3 until 4 in Broken Bow. Again, that's bd.com/careers, or stop in on Wednesdays between 3 and 4 p.m., and you can apply then or ask questions then.
There you go.
It's Nelson Mandela International Day, and talk about a hero. Nelson Mandela, man, his birthday today. He passed away in 2013. He spent the majority of his life fighting for racial equality in South Africa, which landed him in prison for 27 years on treason charges, which were pretty hokey. Shortly after his release, Mandela became the first democratically elected president of Free South Africa, which was a great day, and his legacy will go on forever and ever, fighting for justice and equality. At 27 years of his life, and he didn't complain. When he was released, he did not complain. He just went right to work for the country. I wonder if we could have somebody like that around, that would run for some of the offices that we're trying to fill. That would be great. This is a good one for you, Brent.
Okay.
And I know you like delicacies. You like food. And
well, yes, I do like to eat.
Yep.
It's kind of important to eat.
National Caviar Day.
Never had that.
Well, you need to have some.
I don't think so.
It sounds fancy, but when you figure it out, it's just fish eggs.
Yeah, no thanks.
Usually comes from sturgeon.
Oh.
The real caviar comes from sturgeon. That's why it becomes such a delicacy, because of the demand. We were, depleting the sturgeon population. And so they put a ban on it. And that made it even more, when you ban something, you want it even more.
Well, sure.
That's human nature. So in the early 1900s, they over-harvested, just like we talked about with the carp story.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wanted carp when they couldn't get it. Then they brought carp in. Now there's so many carp, nobody will eat it. That's the whole story. But anyway, Caviar Day. And you can get it. About 60% of the world's caviar comes from China.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, just like a lot of things.
Okay.
I don't know if it says made in China on the caviar. Probably not. But, yeah.
Now, is that the stuff you spread it on a cracker? Is that
I have no
caviar?
idea. I'm like
I
you.
know
I've
nothing about it, really. I think I did know came from, fish eggs, but that's about all I know about caviar.
I've cleaned enough fish over the years. I really don't have a desire to eat eggs.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean,
yeah,
like northern pike eggs are plentiful if you happen to clean one that is carrying eggs. I never had a desire to eat them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, moving right along.
China produces 60% of the world's caviar, but I just want you to know that they also consume more than any other country as well.
Okay.
They like a lot of that sort of thing, that you don't cook.
Mm-hmm.
The British Open is getting underway today.
Oh, is it? It's this week, huh?
Start of the British Open, the 152nd British Open. Tees off at the Royal Troon Golf Club in Scotland today.
Oh, it's at Royal Troon this year.
Yeah.
All right.
The favorite is Scheffler on the odds board.
Well, that makes sense that he would be the favorite with the year he is having.
He's a favorite to win the whole thing. Rory McIlroy is 8-1 odds on Rory. He hasn't won big for a while.
The thing I like about the British Open, usually about every course they play on for the British Open, it has those great big deep bunkers.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to just see if you could get out of one of those?
No. I would be there I'd be there all night.
I would love to try to just see if I could get it out of there. It's amazing how those professional golfers do it, because those bunkers, they're not like the ones back here in the States. I mean, it's like you have to take it up over a wall.
It's like you're in a hole.
Yeah.
Not a bunker.
Yeah.
Also, it's fun to watch that type of golf, the links golf.
Mm-hmm.
It's much different than most of the courses here. You can roll the ball onto the green, and you can putt a long ways off of the green because it's rolling short grass most everywhere except in the rough, which is mostly sand and some higher vegetation. But when the wind's blowing, which it mostly does there, or rains, it's pretty tough. But it's fun to watch if you like golf at all. Vin Diesel is 57 today.
He is.
Yep. His real name is Mark Sinclair.
I always wondered what his real name was.
Yep. 57. Dion, 85 today. Hall of Famer, multiple solo and group, successes. Dion and the Belmonts in the late 50s and early 60s, and The Wanderer and Runaround Sue and Ruby Baby, all those songs. Martha Reeves, also a very successful artist, 83 years young today. Hall of Famer, fronted the 60s group Martha Reeves and the Vandells, and had several big hits of her own. Ones we probably remember a lot of is Dancing in the Street, Nowhere to Run, and Heat Wave. Always like that Heat Wave one.
Heat Wave.
Ricky Skaggs.
Hey, there you go.
70 today.
Is he?
Yep. Country bluegrass singer, has multiple Grammy, ACM, and CMA awards under his belt, and has worked with many rock and pop artists. He's quite a musician. Ricky Skaggs, 70 years young today. If you're having a birthday today, happy birthday to you. I wonder if Mom's flowers are holding up down in Arkansas. Did you get your mom anything when she was here? You got her a bedroom, a place to stay.
Well, yeah, we housed them. We fed them.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And listen, she got to spend 4 days with me. What better gift could there be?
I'm surprised. I live right across the street. I'm surprised Mom didn't come over and take the extra bedroom over on our side.
She may have thought about it. I don't know. I think the flowers are good. I talked to him last night,
did you?
I feel terrible. I didn't ask about the flowers.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, but I do know they made the trip okay. And I'm sure that they are setting right out, probably in a, right in the middle of the table so everybody can see them.
I can just picture it now. Your mom, my adopted mom, sitting there with her pearls on, looking at the flowers. Well, that's a special thought.
Yep.
The Prairie Pioneer Center. Let's see, this is Thursday, isn't it?
It is.
So tomorrow, they're having a burger bash out at the grocery cart. And thanks to the grocery cart, you mentioned it yesterday, they do such good things. Burger, chips, and a drink tomorrow from 4 until 7 p.m., and the profits go to the Prairie Pioneer Center. Let's get rid of this Culligan note because that's no longer pertinent.
Yeah, we got informed that looks like the Culligan will be open for foot traffic today.
Okay. Also,
yes,
Mason City's homecoming is coming up this weekend. Boy, they got a big slate of activities tomorrow night, and Saturday. Probably even into Sunday. We'll find out more details because we'll be broadcasting live from there today, finding out about how you can take the whole family and have some fun.
Yeah.
Mason City's homecoming celebration. And we'll find out more about that this morning. Turtle races and more.
Yeah.
Also, we mentioned that we'll be having Farm Credit Services of America in, and it looks like our guests will be Tyler Peters and Brandon Miller.
Good.
And they got a list of different topics here we can discuss. They also have some fun icebreaker topics.
Did
you see those?
I was looking at some of those. Yes.
The favorite one here.
And they are fun questions.
They are. We're just going to tease you with one. It says, why do we see different shapes when we're both looking at the same cloud? I like that one. Because we see things differently.
We do.
But we don't have to argue about it.
We don't.
That looks like a pig to me, but it looks like a horse to you. Do we have to have trouble with that?
I don't think so.
Good.
Yes.
We could do a whole show on their fun facts.
Yeah, we could.
Okay. What is this? Thursday?
It is Thursday.
The last 2 weeks I've been a day ahead, so watch me.
All right.
Carefully, because I could mess up.
Thursday, July 18th.
It is. And today, on July 18th, we'll be recording some interviews with young people, 4-H people, who are being judged today for the fashion show.
Oh, great. Yeah, as part of the fair.
Yep. I think Cadence is going to help me out, and we're going to go over and interview some of the folks, put those on file for our fair interviews. We'll also be covering the dog show on Saturday because they moved that up earlier in the month. It's going to be on Saturday morning out at the Custer County Fairgrounds at the Farm Bureau Covered Arena. And we're going to be live video streaming it. Logging about 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. Now, I'm going to be around there because I think you and Jeremy are going to do the commentary.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm going to get some interviews from the
I've
kids.
never did commentary of the dog show before, but
I've tried.
Yeah.
I know you'll do a better job.
Okay.
Though. So I'm going to go out and record some of the kids at the dog show and get some of those interviews on Saturday as well. So we'll kind of get a head start because once we get rolling, you'll have shooting sports, food entries, carpentry, open class, science, rockets, vegetables, all sorts of things. We'll be talking to all those kids early on. And then, of course, when we get to the fair, we'll be spending 3 days under that arena with live video streaming and more interviews. I believe we'll be doing somewhere around 90 interviews. You won't find another station that's going to talk to more kids than KCNI, KBBN.
No.
And
I've said this. I've said this before. I will continue to say it. When I think about the Custer County Fair, there's so many things that go on with the fair, so many great things. But one of Brent's favorite things, and I'm very serious about this, it's Dave talking to the kids. You have been doing this for years and years and years, and I am so excited and happy that you're going to be doing it for at least one more year where you go out and talk to the kids because, to me, that is part of the fair. Listening to Dave talk to the kids. You do a great job.
Well,
you really do.
It's so much fun.
They're fun. They're fun to listen to.
They're so polite and really great. It's a real pleasure and an honor to talk to those kids who worked so hard and put their efforts in and are so polite and wonderful. Today at the Prairie Pioneer Center, they're having barbecued meatballs, cheesy hash browns, beets, dinner roll, and dessert. Let them know you're coming if you're not a regular customer at 872-6121. And also, of course, you can set up home delivery at that same number, 6121.
All right.
Hey, my goodness, time has gotten away. Let's play the game a little later on, shall we?
Yeah, we can do that. We can hold off on it.
Yep, because we need to get Dave Davis.
Yes. Christy's younger sister.
Her younger sister, right after these words.
Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
On KCNI KBBN Radio.
The Secret Garden is a hidden gem in Nebraska, and this weekend they're having a birthday sale for Kelly's 50th birthday. Stop in and see all of the deals Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. Start or continue your Nebraska passport stamps while you're there. Shop plants, home decor, antiques, Watkins products, and more. Enjoy lunch and smoothies too. Located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna and a half a mile north. Happy birthday, Kelly. Go celebrate and shop at the Secret Garden.
Convenience. It's something we all look for in our day-to-day life, and sometimes it can be hard to find. Fortunately for you, you can stop looking for more convenient ways to bank. At Bruning Bank, our online and mobile banking is there whenever you need it to make sure your finances are in order. From keeping tabs on your account to setting up spending controls when you're on vacation, you are in control. And with a lot of the scams and fraud in today's world, you can look at the checks you write, transactions on your account, and set up alerts. It's time to build, grow, and thrive. Call Bruning Bank today. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Good morning, everyone. This is Kathy Eberly reporting for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. To start with Farmers National Company, we do have a new listing at 652 Cherry Avenue. It was recently remodeled, has a cute kitchen with white cabinets, breakfast bar and pantry with a neat barn door, stainless steel appliances that are staying. Dining room has bay window and is open to the kitchen. The large living room has a fireplace. There's 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom located on the main floor. Main floor also has a sunroom off of the living room. Then the lower level has a family room, 3rd bedroom, and 2nd bathroom and laundry, and the washer and dryer are also staying. Attached single garage in the back with alley access. You could move right in, has a fenced-in backyard. That's a new listing at 652 Cherry Avenue. At 540 Southeast Street, we do have a building. It has highway frontage, a great business opportunity. It's a commercial building with 646 square foot office building and a service garage. It has 1056 square feet with 2 bays. It's equipped with a compressor and 2 pole hoist, and that's at 540 Southeast Street. At 1242 South D Street, this is a 2-story home. This home has beautiful woodwork throughout, large foyer leading to a parlor with open staircase, French doors, and beautiful hardwood floors. Formal dining room has patio doors going out to the backyard. Cute kitchen has lots of cabinets and counter space, built-in microwave, and 3 ovens. Main floor also has a den, office, and a half bathroom. Upstairs has a full bathroom with laundry and 4 bedrooms. The master bedroom does have a balcony and master bathroom. Located on a corner lot with utility shed and fenced-in backyard with privacy fence. Detached double garage has its own heater. Come see the charm at 242 South D Street. At 410 Webster Avenue, this is a ranch-style home with lots of room. Nice-sized living room with large picture window and fireplace. Kitchen is open to the dining space with a breakfast bar and lots of cabinet and counter space. Main floor has 3 bedrooms and 1.5 bathrooms. Main bath has new walk-in shower, new floor covering on the main floor, and lots of fresh paint. Lower level has a family room, 4th bedroom, and storage. Underground sprinklers, patio area, and storage shed. Large backyard. That's at 410 Webster Avenue. At 429 South H Street, this one has an open front porch. Living room is open to the dining area. There are 3 bedrooms on the main floor, remodeled bathroom, pantry off of the kitchen. Back porch has laundry area and extra storage. Lower level has a half bath and storage. It's an all-electric home, nice-sized 2-car garage with workbench area. Has a back deck, fenced-in backyard. That's at 429 South H Street. At 711 North J Street, this is a nice ranch-style home, nice-sized living room with picture window. Dining space is open to the kitchen and living room with patio doors going out to the backyard. Kitchen has lots of cabinets and counter space. Main floor has 2 bathrooms and 3 bedrooms. Master bedroom has a master bathroom. Main floor laundry right off of the kitchen. Then the lower level has a large family room, 2 more bedrooms, a 3rd bathroom, and storage room. This home has been very well cared for. Attached, oversized double garage, large backyard with patio area, nice utility shed, and mature trees. This home is located on the edge of town at 711 North J Street. At 911 South 3rd Avenue, this one's had a price reduction, has a large open living and dining area. Dining space has patio doors going out to the backyard. There's 3 bedrooms on the main floor. Living room and bedrooms have neat wood floors. Lower level has a large family room and 2nd bathroom with laundry area. It's got composite deck and large fenced-in backyard, attached double garage. That's at 911 South 3rd Avenue. We have a wonderful family home at 1438 South G Street. Very nice, large ranch-style home. Open living room with a bay window. Dining space is open to the kitchen and has patio doors to the backyard. Main floor also has 2 bathrooms and 3 bedrooms. Master bedroom has a master bathroom. Very nice, large kitchen. Lower level has large family room with wood stove, 2 more bedrooms, 3rd bathroom with laundry and storage room. Attached oversized double garage, corner lot with mature trees, fenced-in backyard, and nice deck patio area. This home is move-in ready. and that's at 1438 South G Street. At 936 North 11th, this home is also move-in ready. Entryway leading into a nice-sized living room with an electric fireplace and large windows. Very nice remodeled kitchen with large breakfast bar, oak cabinets, and soft closed drawers and can lighting. Formal dining room, office, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Both bathrooms have been updated. Attached garage has large storage room and storage above. Detached, oversized garage is heated and cooled and has workshop in the front. It's a corner lot with utility shed and underground sprinklers. Everything is on one level with this home. And it has new LP Smart siding in 2019. That's at 936 North 11th Avenue. At 44568 Road 795, this has hard-to-find acreage. It's 10.22 plus or minus acres. Has a 2-story home with addition and attached 24 by 30 garage, an older barn, open-faced shed, and small shed. In the kitchen, it has main floor, has kitchen, living, dining, full bathroom, bedroom, laundry, and family room with earth stove. Second floor has 3 more bedrooms, second bathroom, and an office. Newer style windows. Shingles replaced a year ago. It's within 10 minutes from Broken Bow at 44568 Road 795. And then on West Highway 2, we do have some highway frontage. Great business opportunity. That's 2.45 plus or minus acres. Water and sewer are available. The seller would consider splitting the lots. And that's located right on West Highway 2. And I think that sums it up for this week. I'd like to thank you all for listening. I hope you all have a great day. This has been Kathy Eberly for Farmers National Company and Dave Davis Auction Service. Thank you.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report. We have breaking news on the 20-year-old gunman who tried to assassinate former President Trump. A law enforcement official and another source confirmed to CBS News Thomas Matthew Crooks had an account on an online gaming platform where he posted the words, quote, July 13th will be my premiere. CBS's Meg Oliver has more.
Crooks used his phone to search for images of former President Trump and President Biden online. Crooks also searched the names of FBI Director Christopher Wray and Attorney General Merrick Garland.
Days after he survived that July 13th attempt on his life, Donald Trump will officially accept the Republican Party presidential nomination. A night after his VP pick, 39-year-old J.D. Vance took his turn.
We're going to build factories again, put people to work making real products for American families made with the hands of American workers.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence dyne test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
Hi, I'm Angie Hicks, co-founder of Angie. When you use Angie for your home projects, you know all your jobs will be done well. Roof repair? Done well. Kitchen sink install? Done well. Deck upgrades? Done well. Electrical upgrade? Done well. Angie's been connecting homeowners with skilled pros for nearly 30 years, so we know the difference between done and done well. Hire high-quality, certified pros at Angie.com.
And now it's time for a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by the KNOP, the North Platte Police Department is warning the public about fake missing persons posts that are circulating on social media. The law enforcement officials say while these posts may tug at your heartstrings, there are some that are simply fake. That is why they urge the public to do their research before sharing these posts, due to many times they're an attempt to gather your personal information or hack your computer devices. They also advise to stay up to date with local law enforcement agencies on current missing persons reports. A simple phone call or asking around could save you from falling victim to a scam. In other Nebraska news, in a story released by KNOP, a Lexington man is behind bars after allegedly holding a knife to a man's throat. Aber Gamaliar, age 21, was arrested and lodged in the Dawson County Jail on Tuesday. Gamaliar faces attempted murder charge, use of a weapon to commit a felony, and terroristic threats. According to the Lexington police, witnesses say a 39-year-old victim placed his hand on the front of the knife and injured his hand during the assault. He was transported to the Lexington Regional Medical Center with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting from Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In golf for the 152nd Open Championship going on right now at Royal Troon in Scotland, American Justin Thomas is your leader. He is at 3 under par, shot an opening round 68, and he's holding a one-stroke advantage at the moment over a group of 6 other players. Some other notables: defending champ American Brian Harmon is even par through 12 holes. John Rahm is 1 over through 13 holes. Rory McIlroy is 5 over par through 11 holes, and Bryson DeChambeau 6 over par through 13 holes. A couple of the notables that'll tee off: Tiger Woods and Xander Schauffele each get underway at 9:37 a.m. Eastern Time. Favorite Scotty Scheffler along with Jordan Spieth tee off at 10:10 a.m. Eastern Time. In basketball, the men's U.S. national team had its third pre-Olympic tune-up game. They handle Serbia and NBA star Nikola Jokic 105-79. Steph Curry leading the U.S. with 24 points.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Today, with daytime highs approaching 81. Southerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Slight chance for storms. Tonight, lows level off around 62. Mainly clear skies. Partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, slight chance for storms. High temperatures reach up to 84. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Join me, Chad Dolan of Reynolds Auction and Realty on July 19th, 7 p.m. for the annual Kearney Cruise Night Classic Car Auction. Want to buy or sell a classic car or truck? Do it this year at Kearney Cruise Night. Live internet bidding, great food and cold drinks in the air-conditioned building at the Kearney Fairgrounds. Just $2 admission and a lot of fun and entertainment for the whole family. To consign your car or truck now, give us a call at 308-832-2444 or check us out at reynoldsauction.hibid.com. We'll see you at the sale.
Right now is the time to schedule your child's school and sports physicals with Central Nebraska Medical Clinic. For your convenience, immunizations are also available during physical exams. Scheduling an appointment is easy. Just call 872-2486. Don't delay. Schedule school and sports physicals today.
Central Nebraska Medical Clinic. The right care for your health care.
8:08 is your time. 66 degrees outside under a sunny sky now, mostly sunny anyway, breaking away those clouds. The winds are out of the southeast. Light so far today. Barometric pressure has been pretty steady here the last couple hours at 30.23. Humidity at 85%. High temperature yesterday was 81 with an overnight low of 63 degrees. Sunset at 9:09 today. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:22. A trace of precipitation, a couple sprinkles on the windshield this morning. We're at 3 inches and 55 hundredths for the month. That's a look at your weather forecast and news at 8. Brent Apperson and Dave Burney with you. We're bringing in guests next from Farm Credit Services of America. Stay tuned.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
There's an issue cutting through the partisanship in Congress. It's AM radio. The overwhelming majority of legislators, Democrats and Republicans, support a bill to keep AM radio in cars. But time is running out. Text AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. AM radio is too important to let this moment pass by.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Don't let falling behind on your spraying affect your yield. Now is the time to book fungicide and insecticide applications on corn and soybeans with Aero Aviation. Not only can you fight disease, but you can improve plant health at the same time, increasing yields. Easily control insects like grasshoppers, rootworms, beetles, and western bean cutworms with the help of Aero Aviation. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim with Aero Aviation at 308-872-5113 to talk about your option.
And action! It's Dave and Brent getting the action started on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Well, it says on the sheet right here, Brent, Farm Credit Services at 8:11. And guess what time it is?
I bet it's 8:11.
We're never on time here.
I know. This is outstanding.
This is great. And we have a couple of really interesting characters to talk to here this morning about whatever they want to talk about. And there's lots of different areas that we could go with. And we have Tyler Peters and Brandon Miller with us. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Going very good.
Good. You guys were talking before we went on the air. How old are you again, Brent?
I'm old. I'm in my 50s.
Okay. So Brandon played football.
Yes.
How old were you probably when you called that? Back in what, 90?
Wow.
96.
Yeah. So 20... 20? I don't know.
You were just getting started, huh?
Yeah, just getting started. Yeah, probably 22, 23.
Yeah.
Right around there. Yeah, that was that was one of the first years that I was calling a lot of football. And I had the wonderful opportunity to kind of get connected to the Anselmo Myrna football team that year. Yeah.
Well, you're a natural then if you were calling games because you were, I don't know how you do it, but the way that you carry the emotion, the energy, the excitement over the airwaves, you've been one of the best ever since then. So.
Well, that's kind of you to say. That was a fun ride back in '96.
That was a long time ago. I barely remember those days.
It was a long time ago, but it was a fun ride.
Yeah, I'm going to embarrass Brandon here a little bit, but it looks to me like you could still play.
No, I can't. My brain thinks I can. My body says no. Those years are long behind us.
Tyler, how you been?
Good. I can't complain.
Good. Maybe, I don't know if you played athletics in school. I was one of the bench warmers at the end of the bench.
I did some, there was the classic, there was the track and field, a little speech, a little 4-H, little FFA.
Yeah.
I mean, I was diverse. I came from a small school, so
yeah.
You do a little bit of everything when you're there.
Do. Yep. Well, we can talk about music later then.
Yes.
I know we can relate to that.
Yeah. Nope. I think it's probably on a daily basis I get a bounce an idea of a song or artist off Paul there at the office. So
nice.
Sounds like fun. Good place to work, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you kind of brought some. We're not used to prep material. We kind of fly by the seat of our pants. So forgive us if we're like looking at the sheet here. But you've got some interesting topics of discussion that you brought along, and you mentioned 4-H and FFA, Tyler, and I know you guys really get involved in the fair, and not just Custer, but a lot of different fairs, right?
Yeah. So we, our office, the Broken Bow office, we cover Blaine, Loop, parts of Garfield, Valley, Sherman, and Custer. Sometimes get down into Dawson. So it's fair season. We get to all of them in some way, shape, or form.
See, I don't know that everybody gets that. I mean, the people who live in the fairs, the counties that you go to understand it, but I really didn't know that you went to that many different places.
Yeah. We'll be starting next week, Monday Sherman's County Fairs beef show, or swine show. Then we'll be at the beef show Tuesday. Then we'll be at the premium auction Wednesday afternoon. I got to think through all this. We'll be at Garfield for the beef show on Thursday next week. Then we start with Custer County Fair here the following weekend. We'll be at the swine show. I'll be announcing the beef show right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll be the breeding and stalker show. And then we go right into, I believe it's Valley County Fair by Friday. And then the following Friday, we're up at Loop.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And not only do you participate and help, you sponsor some things, right?
Yeah. We're sponsor of the Custer County Challenge, the Dawson County Elite Showmanship, the Loup Valley Challenge. This year we're actually going to provide some gifts for Custer County Fair for all the protein exhibitors. We're pretty excited about that. We don't want to let that out of the bag yet.
Okay.
But we're really excited about that one.
All right. Man, it's kind of amazing, isn't it, Brent?
Yeah, well, I know that being involved in the community and showing your support for the community is very important to Farm Credit because these are your customers.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, and maybe future customers.
There you go. Yeah, well said.
How many people are going to go through the 4-H or FFA program and then come back to the farm? So get excited about it.
Yeah, and that's what we want to see. I mean, Brandon, that's kind of important, isn't it?
It is. We're fortunate. We get to work with our local egg producers every day, Tyler and I and Paul, just kind of identifying the best financial solutions for their operational needs. And that alone gets us excited every day. But to get to work for a company that enjoys giving back to the community, that's even icing on top of the cake. So, some things I was going to kind of cover would be some funding options that may not be super well known out there to the community, but they're important, I think. So, Farm Credit is looking to donate and give back to the community all the time. There's various ways we can do that. Every year we offer 162 scholarships to college students that are majoring in ag or ag-supported degrees. So those could be for 4-year institutions or 2-year institutions. The scholarships can range from $2,000 to $2,500. So, if you're a college student out there or have a college student out there, please get on our website and take a look at applying for that. And then on top of that, we do fund several grants across our community as well. And we started our grant program, I think it was 2013, so 11 years ago. And since then, we've funded $6.4 million across our 4-state footprint. So, locally here, just last year alone, we funded $30,000 that came back to the community. Some examples would be school greenhouses over in Arnold, shop supplies, welding equipment, things like fire and rescue technology. That technology is continuing to advance all the time. So if you're a member of the volunteer fire department or rescue squad, get on our website and look to apply for those grants, because we offer every quarter a $5,000 grant every quarter. And then twice a year we offer $15,000 and $25,000 grants. So, this quarter, we're kind of in the middle of it. The deadline for this quarter for a $5,000 grant application would be September 30th. And then, of course, the end of the year would be the $15,000 and $25,000 grants. So anything that's related to a nonprofit organization that is ag education, hunger nutrition, or kind of disaster relief or essential services like your fire rescue would qualify.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys are here talking about that, because I'm not sure, you quietly go about your participation in communities here and maybe don't make a lot of noise about it. Now, I have seen a lot of press releases and so forth along the way where hopefully the media is picking up on some of the things that you guys are doing, but this is a continuous year-round effort on you guys' part, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. You're also the watermelon guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
that was going to be my question. That's my favorite part of the fair, is announcing the watermelon feed.
Yeah.
Well, we're Watermelon here. We're Watermelon Valley. Loop gets a little bit of an exception. We do ice cream up there.
Okay. There you
go.
But
that's just how it goes, I guess.
Yeah. Tyler, how many different? You've been here quite a while now.
Yeah, going on 4 years.
Okay. Did you do some of this announcing and so forth before you got here, because you're very comfortable with it?
No. My wife just says I like to talk a lot, so I figured let's just turn it into something productive instead of just talking to her.
Yeah. I figured you probably did some events before you arrived here, because you do a good job at the fair.
Well, thanks. Well, I'm competing with you. I look over there and you're doing this for the radio, so I gotta up my game too.
Well, we'll just go in thinking we're going to compete again this year. Then,
yeah. I'm no longer much of a runner, so I got to find other ways to compete.
There you go.
Okay, all right. Did we cover a lot of what you wanted to talk about as far as all the involvement you have in fairs and community events and scholarships and grants, all those things?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I have a question since we got you guys in here. What is it about Farm Credit that you guys enjoy and like most about working for the company and working alongside the people that you work with?
Well, we've got a great community here. I think the egg producers in this area are top-notch, and just the chance to get to interact with our egg community and identify the best financial solutions for their operation, I think, is really what drives us.
Yeah.
I come from a little bit of a different background. I've been there for 15 years. I'll be 15 years at Farm Credit. But I've been, prior to this, 4 years prior to this, I was working with young and beginning producers. That's a pleasure to do. Teaching them, watching their operations grow, seeing their aspirations. That's one of the coolest things about our company is the fact that we get to focus on a certain segment of customer and watch how it goes, whether that's growing into an existing operation with mom and dad or whether that's starting something brand new. One that sticks out is I got the pleasure of working with a shrimp farm in Nebraska. I mean, we do a spectrum of agriculture, and the young and beginning program that we work with gets to probably see that more pronounced as they're going through this, because you're dealing with that person in so many touch points along the way. You really get to see it grow, and that's probably one of the most exciting things that I get to do or have done and get to see with Farm Credit.
Yeah.
And Brandon, I think it's fair to say that in agriculture, diversity has become more and more a part of what's going on out there on the farm and ranch, with the changes in the way they work the soil, from how they put chips in the cows' ears and have all the data that they need. It's really changed, so I'm sure that's pretty interesting too.
It's very interesting. Technology has come a long way since we started farming. And to your point, especially in the feedlot world, to be able to track animal level data all the way through the system is we couldn't do that 20 years ago.
Yeah. So when you go out and talk to your clients, your farmers and ranchers out there, I'm sure part of the discussion is all that's available today and how it used to be years ago. And also, well, that's a good thing, but I kind of miss this. I bet you get some of that.
We do. There's a lot of traditionalists out there that still kind of like the old way of doing it, and it works for them. This is not a right way or wrong way necessarily, but everybody kind of has their own way of doing things. And the nice thing about Farm Credit here is we've got some flexible options to adapt to their operation too.
Okay. All right. We kind of was going to cheat a little bit and ask you if you've had conversations with some of the producers out there on this storm, because the stories are starting to come in, maybe a little more hail damage than first thought. I know I drove out west yesterday on the Callaway Road. I was mentioning to Brent earlier, and my jaw kind of dropped. It was a little worse than I thought it was going to be. And it's always with storms like that, it's pretty spotty. But have you been talking to the guys about that? I know you're probably not on the insurance side, but I'm sure you have conversations.
Yeah, it's we work with eternal optimists. Because they go out there year after year and do it again, even though the last year may not have been what they had dreamed or planned. But got a chance to talk to some people yesterday. There is damage out there. As one gentleman put it, it's discouraging, but it's going to be better than we anticipate right now. It always comes out. There's opportunities to turn, lemons into lemonade at any chance.
Yeah. I guess one of the things, Brandon, maybe, and I've have no business speculating on agriculture because I'm not that I'm not that great at understanding everything, but I think maybe with the season we've had, the inputs as far as irrigation goes on the irrigated crops probably isn't as big a factor as it usually is this time of year.
For this time of year, that's a fair point. I would say that, some guys have made a circle or two quickly just to kind of get the pivot around. But to your point, we've had plenty of moisture naturally, and so we haven't had to irrigate quite as much. So the input cost from that standpoint would be down a little bit. But, commodity prices aren't the best right now either. So margins are going to be pretty tight this year.
Yeah. And you still have the fertilizer and all of the seed costs and all of that.
Yeah.
But your establishment is very efficient in all kinds of insurances, crop insurance. Even I understand from a visit the other day, insuring cattle now for price structure. So if they've got their insurance in order, That certainly helps, doesn't it?
It's a nice way to protect your risk, right? So,
Yeah.
Especially the cattle side, there's a product called LRP, which we aren't on the insurance part, but we know a little bit about it, enough to be dangerous probably. But LRP is a nice tool just to protect your floor.
Yeah. Okay, there's anything that we haven't talked about that you guys wanted to highlight today?
No, not that I can think of. I did want to say my wife Ashley was out here earlier this week talking about the Broken Bow Sports Club, and as she was preparing me this morning, we were going over things, and she was talking about you guys, and you're way younger and way more handsome than she was leading on to.
Oh,
Just want to put that out there.
Ashley, bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, she was preparing me. It was much like a Rocky movie. I was running stairs, and she was in her sweatsuit. But yes, I think you look younger.
Well, that's nice of Ashley to say. I think I was kind of digging for a little of that when she came in. But by the way, she's a very good speaker as well. We commented after Ashley left, boy, she was comfortable promoting this effort, and we enjoyed getting to meet her a little bit more. So, yeah. All right. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of the...
Well, I do. As Dave mentioned at the top of the interview, we were actually given some topics to discuss, and here in the bottom it just says miscellaneous. And so I wanted to throw out one of these to the guys. Why do we park on a driveway and drive on a parkway? Any thoughts?
See, and I was hoping you guys have been around the sun maybe as much as anybody. I need some clarity on that, because it does bother me that I'm always pulling into my driveway, but I'm not driving on it.
Yeah,
so,
you're parking
any thoughts
on it.
there?
I don't know.
That's a tough one. It makes no sense at all.
I read that, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. Why do we do that? Park on a driveway and drive on a parkway.
Yeah. One of the others, do good and bad things typically happen in threes? If you've surpassed the 3 mark, does it start back over for a total of 6, or do you add 1 to make it 7?
Well, and that one stems from I've had an enjoyable summer, but I've had a lot of injuries, and now I'm on number 4. So I had a scuffed knee. I ended up having a sore on my leg. I burned my arm. I got nipped by a dog that I wasn't ready for. So right now I'm on 4 events. So will that end at 6? Or somebody had told me the next stopping point is 7. So do I need to prepare for 2 more or 3 more?
What do you think,
I'm just
Brandon?
glad you're able to be here today.
I'm going to bubble wrap myself before, any next event.
Well, believe me, we had to hear about the dog ruined his favorite pair of jeans for quite a while. So,
and would we dare ask where he latched onto your jeans?
We'll just say the upper part of my back, of the back of my leg, that area. Yes,
Yikes.
It did not break the skin.
That's good.
There was just a little bit of a bruise. But I just want to know what I need to prepare for. Can you prepare for bad things happening?
Now, you have to kind of integrate the stories here, but you guys go out on a lot of calls to farms and ranches. I believe the odds of you getting bit again are quite high.
I've made it 4 years without, but at this point, you just never know what's going to happen.
well, expect 2 more, right? Things come in 3s.
Yeah. There you go.
Brandon, how long have you been with the farm crew?
Just over 2.5 years, almost 3 years now.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. And you've already explained why you like it. So
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's great. And you do have a fun crew there. Paul gave me a tour here a while back. I stopped by. First of all, I was overwhelmed by the size of the building in there and all the different things. And I'm just going to stop by once in a while to that cooler you have with the pop and all that stuff in there and just pick some up.
Yeah, help yourself.
Yeah, you're welcome to it. You're welcome to it.
Meeting rooms where you can go off with your farmers and ranchers and have separate meetings, and it's quite a facility, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the technology is nice, too. We can kind of display our financials on a screen and have whiteboards in the room to describe kind of the different avenues we take. So,
right. It's Yeah, their meeting, their room where they have the microwaves and all of that, it's much bigger than the studio, let's put it that way.
Yeah,
it's
a nice facility.
Well, and I think in a couple weeks we're going to grill. There is a grill back there,
Yeah.
so we may have to invite you guys out for grilling.
Oh,
that's for sure.
Great.
That would be nice.
I've never turned down food.
Yeah. You've been very easy on us today, so maybe we'll just, as a thank you, invite you over for burgers.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice patio back there and some chairs, and I'm sure outdoor meetings are a possibility there for you if the weather's right too. So yeah, looks great there. I always marvel at how fast the grass came on there, and I've lived in my house since 1975. I don't have grass like that. What's the deal? All right, guys, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. We really enjoyed talking to you. I hope we covered everything you wanted to talk about.
Absolutely.
We did.
All right. Farm Credit Services of America, Tyler Peters and Brandon Miller are our guests today. Hope you guys will come back.
Yeah, definitely.
Happy to do it. Thank you.
We'll take a time out.
How is your diesel engine doing? If exceptional is not the answer, then it may be time to talk to Power Solutions. From service calls or bringing it into the shop, they have the parts and the know-how to get your semi or pickup diesel engine running. Call Power Solutions at 308-872-5522 or stop in and see them 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2. Trust them, your diesel engine will thank you.
Geared for Sports has what you need to participate in your sports activity. If you're needing something for the season now, they have it. But don't forget to get ready for the fall sports season in plenty of time too. Right now, you'll even find select football and volleyball shoes at 30% off. Geared for Sports, shop with them Monday to Friday 10 to 6, Saturday 10 to 4, and Sundays noon to 4. They'll see you soon on the west side of the square in Broken Bow.
For your health and savings, Barney Pharmacy is here. This month of Barney Pharmacy, enjoy big savings with their Leader private brand products. If allergies are getting you down, they have you covered with eye itch relief, children's all-day allergy liquid, and allergy relief nasal spray. Need pain relief? Check out their national brand equivalents like ibuprofen, acetaminophen, and lidocaine pain relieving patches, all at lower prices. Visit Barney Pharmacy today and save on the essentials you need. For trusted care and savings near, Barney Pharmacy is here, your local health partner in downtown Broken Bow.
This is John Farley with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. And here, we understand your land represents a lifetime of hard work and the decision to sell does not come lightly. I'd be happy to provide a free, no-obligation opinion of value to assist in your estate planning. Inventory is very low at the moment, so now may be the best time to get the highest dollar for your lifetime of land stewardship and sweat equity. Whatever your goal is, I'm here to help. Call me, John Farley, or check us out at lashleyland.com.
The Fox Theater invites you to Broken Bow or Cozad for a night at the movies. To keep up with what's showing and what's around the corner, go to watchthefox.com. Fridays are new movie day, and don't forget that the Fox Theater is open daily. Have an event, celebration, or meeting you need a site for? Ask them about theater rental, with or without concessions, and a movie. Gift cards to the Fox are perfect gifts any time of the year. The Fox Theater in Broken Bow and Cozad. Visit watchthefox.com. That's watchthefox.com.
The Breakfast Show
Don't know what I'd do without them. They're awesome.
on KCNI KBBN.
Leave on this is war wound like a crown. It causes child Jesus, cause he lights the name, and he sends him to the finest school in town. Leave on lights his money. He makes a lot, they say. Spends his days
Jameson and the Twin River Band. Music starts at 8 p.m. Mountain Time and no cover charge. Homemade pizzas and cold beverages are available all evening. July 20th is a day packed with activities and more music Saturday night by Mike and Lynn Baxter. For more information, visit our website at nvv-ne.com or call 402-823-4131.
Throughout July, it's savings time at RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow. Red hot buys await you inside their doors, including Benjamin Moore paint and the accessories and tools you need to apply it. Walk down the aisles and look for the red. Milwaukee tools are in stock and ready to go home with you to make life easier. Browse their selection of grills from Weber and Traeger, as well as sauces and seasonings for your grilling. Red hot savings are at RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow. Open Monday to Friday, 7:30 until 6. Saturday 8 until 4, and Sunday 11 to 5.
Don't let a dry spell or a lackluster lawn get you down. Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair specializes in both revitalizing lawns and keeping them beautiful. Have them come to your home or business and worry about applying fertilizer with their 5-step program. Then sell the lawnmower and have them cruise by and take care of that too. To keep your lawn happy, ask about sprinkler repair and aeration. Licensed and insured, serving Custer County and beyond. 308-870-0348.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
20 minutes before the hour, you're listening to The Breakfast Show on a Thursday on KCNI KBBN Radio. And I'm going to turn things over for a moment to my good friend, co-host, brother and son all in one, Brent Apperson.
Thank you, Dave. Hey, we got Kling Financial with us. Hello, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning.
James and Tim are here. Yeah. How have things been going?
Things have been going great at Kling Financial. Yeah, we've been busy. We have, we got a full house in our office now. We got Jenny started with us, helping Steph, and of course, Tim's been with us since the beginning of the year, sorta. And so he's been with us, and Tanya in the front office, and of course Rebecca. And then me and Steph. So we have every office in our office filled.
That's good.
So come on in, meet some new staff if you haven't been in for a while. So,
Tim, want to visit with you for just a little bit. James said you kind of came on board at the beginning of the year. So you've been in this a few months now. How have things been going for you as you've kind of made this transition to this line of work? And I'm sure there's a lot to learn. And I'm guessing you probably feel a little overwhelmed at times, but how have things been going for you?
It's been going really good. There's been some times where, like you said, it does feel a little overwhelming, but with New York Life, they're constantly training you, helping you to be successful and to be prepared. So I can help our clients. I even had a gentleman, when I sat down with him it's probably a couple weeks ago, he was like, well, how long have you been here? I was like, well, about 6 months. He goes, well, do you even know anything to be able to help me? And I was like, well, believe it or not, I may have that dumb look on my face, but I actually do know a few things. I was able to explain this policy, and it was a policy that was written a long time ago that we don't even offer anymore. But because of the training that they put into us, it helps us to be able to get our feet on the ground quickly and to be able to move out. And then it's just been my favorite part is just meeting with people from all walks of life. And we've had people over in western Nebraska and eastern Nebraska, and I've even had a few clients down in Kansas. So it's kind of very spread out, but just getting to meet very diverse people and to be able to help in their unique situation. And that's something else I love about New York Life is they do not sell cookie cutter products. It's individually specified for you, and we like to build things that would be helpful for you no matter what your circumstance are. So that's been a lot of fun. It's been a fun journey.
And I know Tim's not going to toot his own horn, but in June he was one of the top he was the top life sales agent in Nebraska for New York Life. So
wow,
he's been rocking and rolling, doing a great job, and we're proud of him.
Congratulations.
Just knowing you, the little bit we've gotten to know you over the past few months, I can tell you have a good rapport with people. You like visiting with people, and all that other stuff you can learn.
Right.
But just being comfortable with people, you have that, and I'm sure that serves you well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a great job. He's a friend and a coworker, and we went kayaking this last weekend together too. So Yeah.
You enjoy one another's company, then
Yeah.
that's really important when you're working in an office environment.
Absolutely.
So,
No doubt.
So what are some of the topics that you guys wanted to address here this
Well,
morning?
I asked Tim when he came on board if he would get to learn more and more about business solutions, like offering group life and group disability for businesses in the area, because that's another animal I didn't feel I wanted to tackle. And I think that's important that we specialize in things. So we offer in our office we all have kind of our specialties. And so that was something that I thought Tim would be great at, just diving in, learning it, and that's his thing. So I think, Tim, can you share a little bit about business solutions, what that means, and how you can help businesses?
Yeah, so I just finished the training on it, so I'm still learning all the intricacies of the products. But basically, it's just being able to offer a very affordable product line to your employees to bring value to the people that work for you without it costing the business owner a fortune. They offer different products. There's whole life, there's employee whole life that you can get, that you offer, and that doesn't cost the business owner anything, but it provides a service to your employees. There is group term. There's short-term disability and long-term disability. So it provides a way for your employees to still get compensation outside of workman's compensation in the event that they are injured and can't go to work. So the short-term lasts for about 6 months. Your long-term disability is up to 5 years. But the way that they build it is they incentivize your employees to go back to work but still be able to receive some of that compensation. So it's a way of helping you as a business owner to get your employees back to some capacity while they're still earning plenty of an income, so they don't have to go off the rails completely, that they will come back. But it's really the ultimate thing is we want to bring value to the business owner to help them to stay competitive, to be able to keep their key employees that they really cherish, that makes their business run. Because if they stay running, then they keep there's business here in the community, and that's what we want to do. We want to help business owners stay competitive by offering these. I was really surprised at the rates. It's very affordable for business owners. It seems almost minimal compared to some of the other costs that they would have, but they can get this for their employees, and their employees would find that they have something valuable and tangible that they are a part of through New York Life.
I think it's safe to say that there is competition for good employees, and anything a business can do to kind of, I guess, ramp up or their benefits package. Yeah. This sounds like a great option to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're glad that New York Life offers that. And they didn't always offer it, and they've gotten into it in the last 5 years, and it's really doing well. So yeah, if you're a business owner and you're looking into that, even considering it, it's not too long of a presentation. You just kind of learn, and we can give you quotes too on how much, depending on how many employees you have and those types of things. So it doesn't take long, and at least you're informed. And that's something that we really impress upon our clients and just everybody. And that's get to know, whether you're a business owner or not, everybody has advisors that they go to seek out information about how can I help my business or my estate or my retirement planning. First, get to know your advisor. Sit down with them, ask them questions, how they work, how they're compensated, what they offer, what they specialize in, and that's really important. Get to know your advisors and how they can help you. And by all means, come into our office, get to know us, and see if we're a good fit for you and your operation to help you. And if you're in need of health insurance or Medicare, Steph is in our office too that specializes, and that's all she does. She specializes in that, get to know her. See if you're turning 65 or you're wanting to learn more about options with Medicare. Gosh, she's the person to talk to as far as that goes. Get to know her. See if she's a good fit to help you in that area. So get to know your advisor, if I could stress anything today too.
The other thing I would add is just to be, even if you have insurance or you already have benefits at your work, just come in and we'll just run just a quote just to see if you've got the better deal. We want to enforce that. We're not here to just be like, oh, you got to come and do this. If you have something, it's like, oh my goodness, you've got a great deal. We want to enforce that. We want to just encourage you to, hey, stay with that. You've got a good setup there. But if there's an opportunity that we could save you money or we could get you more coverage, something like that, we would just like that opportunity as well. But it doesn't, we'll sit there and go through the numbers with you. It doesn't cost you a dime to come and sit down with us. And we'd just be happy to just be able to just get to know you a little bit. And if you walk out the door knowing that you're saving money and you've got a better deal, you're happy and I'm happy too. So
we talk about doing a review all the time, and I'm sure that's part of the review, right? I mean, you look at all products that people have, and you try to make sure that they are taken care of the best way that they can be.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing this for 18 years, and I've just about seen everything out there with concerning insurance and retirement plans and investments. So if you have a question about what you have, someone in our office is going to have an answer and has probably seen it before. So, we encourage our clients, come in, review. Current clients, don't wait for us to call you, although we try to every year. Don't wait for us. If you have a question, come in anytime. Call us. We're available, and that's we want to offer good customer service, and we want to be available to you at any time. But reviews are great. And going back to life insurance, like Tim was said earlier, there's nothing cookie cutter. We actually do an analysis on life insurance to find out exactly how much you need. A lot of people go by the rule of thumb, 10 times my salary or whatever, but that may be enough, it may not be, maybe way too much. So we actually do an analysis systematically that goes through what your life insurance need actually is. And then that way you can make an informed decision on how much and what kind, because there's lots of different kinds out there too. So that's something that Tim's getting really good at as well. So reviews, analyses, those are good things.
So what are we seeing at the moment? I mean, we're in an election year, and we know how those things can cause fluctuation and all kinds of things. What are some of the things we're seeing right now, James? I mean, what are some of the concerns, maybe that's a better way to put it, that people are coming in and talking to you about?
Well, of course, there's always concerns with where's the direction the economy is going, which, as the economy goes, then that's where the market goes. And so there's all of those sorts of questions. And if I had my crystal ball available, I lost it in the last move, I'd be able to help people a little bit better with that. But I'm still looking for it. I haven't found it recently. But, that's a tough question. In an election year, it is really tough. But I can tell you this. No matter who's in office, left or right, or Republican, Democrat, the market's been up and it's been down. Okay, it's going to happen. It's going to do what it does. And the main thing is, do we as consumers, the majority of the money in the market is controlled by us, the average Joe, really. Small business owners, people like us that have 401ks or whatever. That's the majority of what's in the market. And if we're confident in the direction the economy's going, most likely the market will follow suit. If we're not confident, the market will follow suit. Okay, so that's one of the biggest keys. There's lots of factors, and we can go over those when people come in, but zillions of factors that affect the ups and downs temporarily with the market. But one thing that never changes with whoever's in office, or whether it's election year or not, is what about taxes? And we have a lot of discussions, and I don't know how much time we have today, but I just want to go through a few things about taxation and how we help our clients in talking through some tax-efficient strategies with our clients. And I just want to mention a few here. One of the tax-efficient tools that we help our clients with is qualified charitable distributions. If you have an IRA and you're 73 and older and you have to start taking out money, but you have a charity that you also like giving to, you can have that distribution come out directly to the charity, and Uncle Sam doesn't get a piece of that pie. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it's tax code that you're just taking advantage of. The IRS affords us to do that. So you win because you satisfy the IRS. The charity wins because they get some money, and it's tax efficient. Okay? So that's a conversation we have with some of our clients. The other one is a QLAC, which is a qualified lifetime annuity contract. And that one, if you are, again, in your 73 or plus, and you're taking out RMDs, but let's say you have enough income elsewhere and you really don't need that RMD. Of course, the IRS forces us to take that out because he wants tax dollars that we've deferred all those years. Well, there's IRS code that allows us to defer that clear up to age 85, a certain percentage of it. So if you're taking RMDs and you really don't need all of them, you can defer that up to age 85, and there's certain things that we can put in place to help you do that. 1035 exchanges to help pay for long-term care. Anytime you take money out of an annuity that has gain, a non-qualified annuity that has gain in it, if you take that and put it in your pocket, you're going to have to pay taxes on that gain. Well, the IRS affords us to take money out, the gain, to pay for a long-term care policy as an exchange and pay no taxes on that. So another way to reduce your overall tax burden and still get something. It's a win-win. Mm-hmm. If you have a long-term care policy and you're paying premiums, but you also have a gain on an annuity, you can move that over and not have to pay taxes on it. So you can accomplish, it's tax efficiency. It's in the IRS code already. Do you know about it? Are you taking advantage of it? And some of those are conversations we have with our clients. Obviously, legacy planning and removing money from the tax code for generations is something that we do as well. We utilize, we call them 7702 plans. We utilize IRS code, again, things that are already existing, to transition taxable funds to tax-free funds. And it can be used for you, it can be used for the next generation or the next generation. And this is some legacy planning that we've helped our clients put in place. And again, just utilizing IRS code. That we study, that we're trained on all the time. Obviously, other tax-efficient avenues, you can always do the Roth, then municipal bonds. Those are also things that are federally tax-free. Some of them can be state tax-free as an income. So those are tax-efficient things that we have conversations with our clients as well. So there's a lot, and there's more. Those are just the top most common ones that we utilize. But if you're looking at, saving taxes or long-term tax planning, we're not CPAs, we're not attorneys, but we deal with it every day, so we know a lot about it. And we can help implement some of these strategies if you're interested. So,
okay,
good. Anything else you wanted to address, or have we hit some of the main topics?
If you have
today?
any conspiracy theories, you need to come and see James. He is a magnet for that. He's not a conspiracy theorist, but I hear it from his office all the time. It's like once a week, there is somebody in there telling him the intricacies of how the government works and, everything.
Yep.
So if you have any, come see James. He wants to hear them.
Okay.
I got some good ones.
So here's one from that we didn't use, but I think we can now, Brent.
Okay.
From
Nice segue there,
Farm
right?
Credit, yeah. The flat Earth theory, is it really that crazy?
The flat Earth theory. No, it depends on your perspective.
Oh, hey, that is good stuff.
Okay, all right.
That's
one last thought too. You know, you were talking about this is an election year, and you hear that a lot.
Yes.
And you know, Lord only knows what will happen on election day and who will be in the office. But I've noticed over the years that everybody's going, well, things are going to change after election day. This could really change things.
Mm-hmm.
And in my observation, it really doesn't.
Right. Yeah.
Not for the the person you talked about, the small independent business person, the guy who works 40 or 60 hours a week. It doesn't seem to change that much. Now, it might up at the top a little bit, but I don't usually see that big of a change after the election is over. I think we're all just going, whew, thank goodness that's over.
Right. Well, and it takes policy changes eventually for it to affect us down the road. So yeah, most of after the election, it's a deep breath, and we'll see. Hold on, see what happens.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. And by the way, we really can't complain about the markets of late.
Oh my gosh, no.
My goodness,
they've been great.
It's been very good, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Tim. Thanks a lot. Come back and see us. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm going to think up a conspiracy theory to come in and talk to.
That'd be perfect. I can't wait to hear it from my other office.
That'll be good. All right, news is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. The morning after accepting the vice presidential nomination at the Republican convention, J.D. Vance spoke at a Faith and Freedom Coalition breakfast in Milwaukee.
Social conservatives have a seat at this table, and they always will, so long as I have any influence in this party. And President Trump, I know, agrees.
Mr. Trump accepts the nomination for the top spot tonight, days after surviving an assassination attempt. CBS News has learned the gunman had an account on an online gaming platform and posted the words, "July 13th will be my premiere." Correspondent Meg Oliver.
20-year-old shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks. He visited the site of the attack at least once before the rally. Investigators have yet to discover a motive.
President Biden sidelined with COVID as pressure mounts to drop out. CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
Wilmington, or his campaign headquarters, as we say, his team essentially says, this has been a bad stretch. We're going to come out of this.
CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns, and here we'd have dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Kevin Wyatt.
Live action at the Open. Most of the golfers have finished for the day, and it is Justin Thomas in the lead. He is 3 under par. Several guys are tied at 2 under, as Adam Scott among the notable golfers that are tied for second. Justin Rose, another guy at 2 under. We've got a couple of golfers set to tee off in the next few minutes. Just getting going. Brooks Koepka and Phil Mickelson just getting started. They are on the first hole over there in the British Open. And last night in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark getting a WNBA record 19 assists to go along with 24 points, but the Indiana Fever lose to the Wings 101-99. 93. The Union beat the New England Revolution 5-1. Calvin Sullivan, the youngest player to play in North American sports at 14 years old.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Today, with daytime highs approaching 81. Southerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Slight chance for storms. Tonight, lows level off around 62. Mainly clear skies. Partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, slight chance for storms. High temperatures reach up to 84. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
The Secret Garden is a hidden gem in Nebraska, and this weekend they're having a birthday sale for Kelly's 50th birthday. Stop in and see all of the deals Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. Start or continue your Nebraska passport stamps while you're there. Shop plants, home decor, antiques, Watkins products, and more. Enjoy lunch and smoothies too. Located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna and a half a mile north. Happy birthday, Kelly! Go celebrate and shop at the Secret Garden.
It is 9:05. It's 71 degrees outside under a sunny sky. And once again, here's my good friend, my neighbor, my co-host, and brother and son, all in one, Brent Apperson.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, you know what today is? It's the third Thursday of the month, and that means it's Sip and Shop Day at Rustic and Red in Cozad. They do this the third Thursday of every month. So today, sales will run all day. The sipping will start at 4 o'clock. And here's some of the sales that you will find today. Myra bags, 40% off. Ladies apparel, 40% off. Spring and summer florals, 40% off. And select summer lanterns, 30% off. Some of the specials you'll find today during their Sip and Shop at Rustic and Red in Cozad. So head on over. The sipping will start at 4 o'clock today. The store will be open from 10 to 7. It's all happening today at Rustic and Red in beautiful downtown Cozad.
And since it's Thursday, the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce reminds you that it's Market on the Square again today. Vendors bringing in products from all over, and there's sure to be something for you today. So be sure and stop down to the park in the center of Broken Bow and take part in the Market on the Square. You'll find the vendors in the square every Thursday through the summer from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Also, they remind you at the Chamber that it's time to show your employees appreciation by treating them to a great meal and networking opportunity. Tickets are now available for the women's and men's steak fry events. The ladies' steak fry tickets are $30. The men's steak fry tickets are $35. Call the Chamber to order at 872-5691 or stop by the office at 424 South 8th Avenue. They're in suite number 4.
The Wood River Township, you'll find that in Ocano, is looking for a part-time motor grader operator. It would be approximately 80 hours a month. For more information, you can contact Scott at 308-440-9444. Again, that number, 308-440-9444. Experience is preferred, but they are willing to train the right candidate. The Wood River Township in Ocano looking for a part-time motor grader operator. Again, the number to call if interested, 308-440-9444.
The Nebraska Department of Transportation has some job openings. Exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join the team in Arthur, Hyannis, Mullen, Stapleton, Thetford, and or Broken Bow. And they provide training and career development if you're hired, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, a work-life balance, and comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. You need to apply online. This is an online application process only. So here's your address, statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
Niobrara Valley Vineyards. It's located in Nensel, Nebraska, and they're having a grand opening to introduce you to the business It is coming up this weekend, July 19th and 20th. Just hit some of the highlights. B.J. Jameson, who many of you know in this area, a wonderful area country music artist, he and the Twin River Band are going to be performing on July 19th, 8 to 11 Mountain Time. There's no cover charge, so come on out, enjoy his music, and take a look at this wonderful new facility, Niobrara Valley Vineyards. Their grand opening July 19th and 20th in Nensel, Nebraska. B.J. Jameson performing on the 19th from 8 to 11 Mountain Time. And then on Saturday, July 20th, all kinds of activities are making it Sandhills Family Day. There will be a 5K run and walk. They'll have the tasting room open. They've got free activities for the whole family through the afternoon. There will be a barbecue in the evening, night sky viewing at night. So a lot of things happening July 19th and 20th in Nensel, Nebraska, when they have their grand opening of the Niobrara Valley Vineyards up in Cherry County. For more information, call 402-823-4131. You can also go to this website to find out more, nvv-ne.com.
Also want to remind you that, and maybe our next guest can tell us a little bit more about that. Matt is here from Subway. The Kearney Cruise Night Classic Car Auction is coming up tomorrow in Kearney at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds. That starts at 7 p.m. They offer live in-person auction with live internet bidding as well. And you can also pre-bid right now. And the address is, this is a little bit tough one to remember, RHYNALDS auctions.hybid.com. I think if you key in hybid, you'll get right to it. That might be easier than trying to remember all of that. Whether bidding or not, it's only $2 to get in to look around and watch the auction take place. Again, that's at 7 tomorrow night at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds. And if you'd like to consign a vehicle at the last minute, call them at 308-832-2444. Some of the cars, Matt, include a 2014 Shelby Mustang GT 500, a 1954 GMC half-ton pickup, a 76 Chevy Corvette, a 2000 Pontiac GTO, and a 1952 Ford Custom Line, to name a few. What do you think?
I don't know. I just got myself a 2001 Pontiac GT the other day.
You did? Well, you don't need one of those then, but there's plenty of others. You know, I think classic cars are kind of like you can have more than one.
Yeah, most definitely. I think I'm up to 4 vehicles in my driveway now, and it's just me.
Just you, yeah. That's going to be fun. So how's things at Subway?
They're going good. We are looking for help, so we are taking applications, and it's full steam ahead.
Okay.
So
you guys have been busy, and some of your competitors we've been talking to already anticipating needing more help when the kids start going back to school and college students go back to school. That's kind of a natural process, but it seems like it happens earlier every year.
Yeah, I don't think we're not going to be losing any for college or any for high school.
Good.
So I think we're just looking for a little bit more help. We need a couple more shifts filled.
Okay. All right. So. And they just stop by Subway here to do that? And
you can stop by Subway, fill out an application there, or you can go to mysubwaycareers.com.
Okay. All right. It's good to see you in person here.
Yeah. I tried making it here as fast as I could, but I had to see a nurse before I could come here.
Well, you're kind of wrapped up on your arm there.
I kind of had an accident the other day.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was out on my BMX bike and had a spill.
Matt, I don't mean to pry in your personal life, but as much as you got going on, do you really need to get on a BMX bike?
Well, the bad thing is then last night I decided I was like, my daughter's trying to learn how to roller skate.
Okay.
So I put mine on. So I'm trying to teach her, and I'm rollerblading around, and everybody's like, you're supposed to be taking it easy. And I'm like, I am. I'm not using my arms.
Sounds like fun, but a little dangerous, doesn't it?
Yeah. I still have all my stuff. I have my skateboards, my BMX bike. Now I got to repair my BMX bike. The whole back wheel area just went out completely, and that's what caused the crash. So, yeah.
Well, when you don't ride them for a while, you don't always maintain them.
We ride probably about every other day.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We go out for a bike ride every other day.
Oh, that's a good deal.
So now I'm trying to teach them how to roller skate, rollerblade, and skateboard.
Well, you are a busy guy. Plus, fix all the things around the subways that you travel to.
Yeah, now I got to take a week off from that. So I'm on light duty.
Light duty roller skating. I hope they don't.
So light duty at Subway. What does that include? Does that include still making sandwiches or not?
I'm gonna be still making sandwiches, but I think it's probably not supposed to be.
You can still lift a sandwich.
Well, I'm not supposed to do a lot of stuff that's repetitive and not lift anything heavy. So most of the time they throw me on the register anyway. So
there you go.
I'm a one-handed bandit on the register.
So what's really popular right now? I mean, you have all these new sandwiches and new side goodies that you have.
The new cheesesteak garlic, or I might have all three words mixed up somewhere, but all three of those words are in it. But there's a new steak with some shredded, or it's already melted cheese, liquid cheese on it, and then it's got some crumble stuff on there, and it's really good.
Sounds good.
Is that is there a new special sauce on that, or is it?
That's the sauce.
Oh, that is the sauce. Oh, it's melted cheese.
Yeah.
That's the sauce. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that does sound good.
It's really good. I had it yesterday.
Matt is not only owner of Subway and takes care of a lot of the maintenance, if not all of it, he's also the taste tester.
Yeah, I taste everything. I like food.
You do.
I'm a fat guy trapped in a skinny guy's body.
Well, certainly a lot of choices for people when they come into Subway, whether it be the breakfast sandwiches or the little pizzas or, all of the things that have been added is amazing. Plus now you can order ahead. And Brent, I know you've gotten to where you use the app most of the time.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I came in and stood in line.
Right.
and had someone fix my sandwich. I fix it on my app on my phone and then go pick it up, which is really handy.
I do the same thing when I'm traveling.
Yeah.
I use the app a lot, order my food ahead, so that way I can just grab it and go to the next job. Mm-hmm. So it's just convenience, those phones are. But also, like, people with the app have to remember, if you come into the store to buy something, before you pay, you want to enter your phone number on that little keypad, and that way you can get your points. And if you don't have the app, you're really missing out, because every $30 you spend, you get $2 back. You get a free sandwich on your birthday. They kick you free cookies, free chips all the time through there, and you get a lot of buy one, get ones.
Wow, that's a lot.
So, I mean, you save enormously through that Subway app. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Do you put your number in there, Brent?
He always orders off the
app. I was going to say I order off the app so I don't have to type my number in at the counter.
Yeah.
So,
I got you.
But if you come in, you have to make sure you type your number in there, even if the app.
I see. I got you.
Because a lot of people forget that.
That's a good reminder.
They think that just because they have the app, they can't get the points if they just come in, and they can. You just got to put your phone number in.
Okay. All right.
So
good to know. Yeah.
So save money, and nowadays we all need to save money.
Yeah.
And it's and if you have built up points, your app keeps track of that. So when you make an order, it'll ask you, do you want to redeem whatever you have to save some money? And I've done that many times. So it's very the app is very convenient and easy to use.
Yeah.
Which if Brent can use it, anybody can use it. Trust me.
I'm getting to that point where I look at some of the stuff I'm working with and I'm like, oh, I really know how to do this.
Does everything run off a computer chip?
Yeah. Well, like this week I've been working all week here. I'm working here today, Friday, and then I'm actually working on Sunday here.
Okay.
And I have to retrain myself how to open. And I haven't opened a store in 2 years. I don't know anything about the meat slicer. I don't know. I'm like, this is going to be fun. So you might get a little thicker meat on Sunday.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, well, something to think about there.
Right.
All right. Well, hey, it's good to see you. Glad you're able to stop in person, and hope you'll maybe heal up sooner than later and
Oh, I'll be healed by Friday, I'm hoping, and I'll be back at it because I think Saturday I got a big day going on. So I'll be doing a bunch of stuff, so I better be healed by then because I'm going to be using that arm anyways.
Don't tell the doc.
Just don't tell the doc, yeah.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
More than 340,000 art and writing pieces submitted by over 100,000 students nationwide. Only 2,500 pieces are named as National Gold Medal winners. Her photo will be available for viewing on the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards website and on display digitally this fall in New York for the 2024 National Exhibition. Tristan is the daughter of Sue and Steve Hornickel of Ord. So congratulations to her, and we encourage you to check out the full story that is posted now on sandhillsexpress.com.
All right, Steve, I know you're proud. You should be. That's quite an accomplishment, that many entries. And Steve's daughter, getting the top prize there. That's great. That's great. Also on our message board here this morning, Brock says, I saw the video. I think the video he's talking about that Brock viewed was the one of the little twister that dropped down, or maybe not so little twister that dropped down behind Anderson Auto Tech out here on the west edge of Broken Bow, not far from the station here the other night. It's kind of interesting. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, for sure. For those of you who follow Broken Bow American Legion baseball, since we have just a minute here, want to give you kind of a schedule update for what's going on. The Broken Bow American Legion seniors baseball team will not be having their game today with Loomis or the Saturday game that was scheduled with St. Paul because both of those junior teams qualified for state. So little change to the schedule there. Broken Bow American Legion seniors baseball, no game today, no games on Saturday. They do, however, still plan to play in O'Neill on Sunday at 2 and 4:30 for a doubleheader. And then, of course, the area tournament the Broken Bow will be involved in will start on Friday, the 26th of July. Broken Bow getting to host that this year at Paul Brown Field, and hope to have the bracket come together maybe this weekend, and we'll give you more information on that when it becomes available. But we will have all games of Broken Bow American Legion Seniors Baseball from the Area 6 tournament that they will be hosting beginning on Friday the 26th.
All right, very good. Looks like the guys are hooked up in Mason City. So what we're going to do before we go to Mason City, we're going to have a text-only entry for the $75 cash prize that will be given away tomorrow, and we'll be doing that during the breakfast show tomorrow. The text number is 308-870-0333. This is in honor of the Thrive for 75 giveaway, and we want to thank the Dairy Queen, Lions Appliance, Palmer Monument, Gateway Motors, BD, the Grocery Cart, RTA's Hardware, Nebraska State Bank, Melham Medical Center, Sandhills Custom Creations, and A1 Auto in Arnold for helping us put all of this together to celebrate KCNI's 75th birthday. And tomorrow we'll be giving that $75 away. So starting now, we've got a song lined up from Rodney Crowell. It's 2 minutes and 23 seconds long. And start texting now to get yourself registered or re-registered for the $75 drawing tomorrow. And when we come back from Rodney Crowell, we'll also go to Mason City. Start your text now. Yes, what a rendition. Rodney Crowell's Tobacco Road. All right, that is the conclusion of your texting opportunity for right now. We'll have more chances to get registered later on today on KCNI, KBBN Radio. They are in the park at Mason City to talk about homecoming, and they start tomorrow and run through the weekend. Let's find out more details. With those details and guests, here's Jeremy Scheib.
All right. Thank you very much, Dave. Yes, we are in Mason City. And before we get too deep into our broadcast this morning, we want to thank the sponsors making it possible, including Mason City Community Service Club and the Village of Mason City. Thank you to Custer Public Power District, Cole Electric, K&R Concepts, Patch of Heaven Boutique, and Trotter Incorporated as well. Custer Public Power District sponsors all of the areas in which they service. The Community Service Club and Village of Mason City, made up of the people passionate about keeping Mason City Homecoming an annual event. Cole Electric right across the street this morning. Curtis and his crew can help with the electrical services you need. Thank you to K&R Concepts for all your fencing or tree removal needs. Call Kevin at 308-212-0401. Thank you to Patch of Heaven Boutique. Look for Kylie's Mobile Boutique while attending Mason City Homecoming, as well as Burwell Rodeo and Custer County Fair. And thank you to Trotter Incorporated, proud to support the communities they serve. I'll pop these other microphones on, and I'll just have each of you pick one of those up and introduce yourself to our listening and viewing audience, if you would.
Hi guys, this is Chelsea Campbell. I live here in Mason City. I work at Kincaiders, and I'm excited about helping with homecoming this year.
Right. And my name is Kylie Roziski. I own Patch of Heaven Boutique, and my dad owns K&R Concepts.
And I'm Leah Ryan, and I am part of the Mason City Community Service Club.
All right. And we've got, I know everyone was divvying out what they wanted to talk about and who was going to say what before. We'll see how off track of that we can go because it never sticks. So where do we want to hop in? Do we want to start right at the beginning on Friday or?
Yeah, with the hometown meal.
Okay.
Leah.
All right. So the Mason City Homecoming Days, it always kicks off with a hometown meal on Friday night. It's homemade, baked, sliced, mashed potatoes with chicken noodles. And then we always have mostly ladies and from the community make homemade desserts and homemade salads to go with that. And it's a lot of fun, and it's always really good. And then along with that, we do the turtle races and the kid games actually right here in the park, right across the street. And you know, you drive by Mason City and you're like, oh, it's a real small town, you know, it's not doing too much. But if you come out on Friday night, you will see that Mason City is really filled with a lot of young families, a lot of young kids. And it's just a lot of fun. And everyone comes out, does the games. We also have a cakewalk. I think last year we had like 30 some desserts in that. So it's fun. And like I know, like I have a little niece and nephew, and they got asked to make a cake for the cakewalk this year. So it's a big deal for us.
Great. Well, it sounds like a fun evening, and it's got treats and food and everything you could hope for on a Friday evening heading on into the weekend.
So that's at 5:30. 6 o'clock, our church starts doing the ice cream social. So the Mason City First Baptist Church right here in Mason City. We have a few people that love to make homemade ice cream, John and Joni Coles. So they will start dishing out homemade ice cream. It's super good right outside the community building after the meal.
And then at 7:30, we will start the cornhole tournament. That will be held on Main Street. You can contact Michael Shoemaker to get involved in that. And then at 9:30 to 11, we will start the teen dance. That will be on Main Street. It is $3 per person or $5 per couple.
Okay. So Main Street, that's kind of sets up a theme. Really, Main Street is kind of the site for a lot of things, kind of makes it so people don't have to, and it is a perfect place to hold everything too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Great. Well, that's a lot of fun on Friday. And talk a little bit about the cornhole tournament, if you would. A lot of competitive cornhole players in Mason City, or?
Oh, I'm sure there will be, especially people coming from like Litchfield area. I know they just had a huge cornhole tournament last weekend, so I feel like this should be very competitive with lots of teams.
Great. Awesome. Well, be a lot of fun to get things started on Friday, but everyone's kind of got to get rested up. We'll let the teams dance into the night on Friday, and everyone else can go home and get some good rest, because Saturday, it's a really packed schedule again this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yep. In the morning, it kicks off with the 5K fun run. This is something they've done for years and years. And in the last couple years, it's also kind of been part of the Spartan Nation, or Run the Nation for the Spartan Nation. So Ansley and Litchfield also have a 5K run. So there's a lot of people that participate in all three communities and all three of the fun runs. So it's a good time.
It's kind of like the Triple Crown of runs, isn't it? That's kind of cool. Awesome.
So it says 9 o'clock on our poster, but our first game for the softball tournament will be at 8:30. Something we've been doing for a couple years is the softball tournament. It's $10 a person, so about $100 a team, 10 people per team, 5 men, 5 women. We're kind of calling it sandlot baseball, sandlot softball, because it's just really a lot of fun. We're going to follow co-ed's slow pitch rules for the most part, but we're letting kids maybe 10 to 12 and up play. So far, I think I have 4 teams registered, and I'll probably have a couple more come in today or tomorrow. They kind of wait last minute, which is fine. But we have a couple high school teams that I'm already worried they're going to kick our butts. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So that starts at 8:30. We'll have our first game. They each go an hour, and then we will take a break for the parade, and then we will get right back into softball, and it'll go probably until 5:00 p.m. that day, depending on how many teams we have. We're doing double elimination. It'll be down at Sims Park here in Mason City. We'll have concession stands. Something I just want to say that's been exciting is the community's really come together to get that field ready. I don't know how long ago it was just an alfalfa field, just a few years ago. And it was an alfalfa field for a while. When we first moved here, someone told us about the Mason City ball field, and we were like, where? Where is the ball field? We didn't see it. But just the community's gotten together as much as possible to help mow, spray, get the ground all worked up. We are working on any proceeds coming from this weekend and then from last year to get some dugouts built. That's kind of our goal right now, is to get 2 dugouts built on each side. We want to get some sand brought in to help when it rains, help that dirt, become more of a ball field. And maybe get some grass planted for the outfield, and maybe plant a tree or 2. So It's been a fun addition to Mason City.
And if someone wants to get involved and maybe join a team, or just maybe show up, and if someone has an empty spot but they've got most of a team put together, they can kind of join in on that as well.
Yep. So if you are wanting to play but don't have a team, honestly, just come down. You can contact me, Chelsea Campbell, 308-730-9197. Feel free to message me on Facebook too if you want to get joined. But if you want to play and don't have a team, you could show up. There's a good chance you'll be able to play. And if you just want to come down and bring a lawn chair and watch softball, it'll be fun. It'll be competitive. So
choose a team to cheer on and join the fun that way if you want. Great. Well, that'll be a lot of fun to start out the day and kind of go on through the day. But even if you kind of want to jump to other things in between your games, there's a lot available there for sure.
Yeah, including the parade that kicks off at 10 a.m. It actually comes right here down Main Street and just kind of around the block. For a small town, we have a pretty good parade. And something that's really unique about Mason City is that we go through it twice. So you get to see everything twice, and it's a lot of fun.
Yep, that'll be a lot of fun. And bring a big bag, catch a lot of candy, right?
Of course.
Okay. Roads to everywhere. It'd be interesting to see how floats and things like that are put together when it comes to Roads to Everywhere. I really like that theme.
Yeah, it's definitely something different. I was even thinking for my boutique that it would be fun to have a Roads to Everywhere leads to shopping or something fun like that.
Yep, exactly. Okay. All right. And after the parade is kind of where everyone gets ready to go the different directions afterwards. The parade kind of brings everyone together, and then there's several different ways you can go. Let's talk about what the afternoon holds on Saturday.
So we have the Fireman's Barbecue down at the community building, sponsored by Mason City Rural Fire Department. I don't know if we have been told what they're having for food. Probably something barbecue. It's usually really good. All the guys get together and grill and barbecue. You don't want to miss that. And then the proceeds will help out our fire department, which we are all very thankful for.
Okay. And tractor pull. This has been something that's kind of been catching a lot of momentum over the last few years, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, and that's interesting because the tractor pull, it's done by Chris Hawkins. And if you wanted to still be part of it, you can give him a call at 308-212-0449. He's been doing it for years and years and years. Like, it's been a staple in the Mason City celebrations. So, and it's you usually have a pretty good showing, goes all afternoon. There's lots of trees down that way for shade. And I mean, if you guys have seen the weather forecast, we've been blessed with some good temperatures, I think. So, and then too, like, if you're like, oh, I have a bunch of kids and I don't think they'll sit and watch the tractor pull. Well, that's all right. We have some water bounce houses right there in Sims Park where the softball tournament's being held, as well as the tractor pull. So there'll be something there for the kids to do as well.
Great. Awesome. Someone was thinking when they decided to have those be that close together. So that'll be great, and a good start to the afternoon as well. But you can only go for so long before you got to be refueled, right?
Right. And then at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, there will be a hamburger and hot dog meal in the community building. The Veterans and American Legion Post are putting that on. So that will be another fun event to go to.
Yep, supper down at the community building, and then at 6 o'clock we have cow pie bingo. I think most of us rural Nebraskans know what that is, but if you're not sure, we put a cow in a fenced-in area with a little bingo grid on the ground, and we get to bet on where... I don't know how to word that.
Where it goes.
Where it goes. What happens. You'll see. You'll get it when you come down, but it's a lot of fun. The kids love the cow pie bingo. That's on Main Street, put on by the Ansley Livestock 4-H Club. Farrah is in charge of that. You can contact her, 308-440-0207.
I still remember when I first moved here, Christy gave me a really hard time. I said, all of these communities have this bingo. What's the deal with that? And I remember one was like bunny bingo, and then there was cow pie. I'm like, what is this bingo with animals? And she's like, oh, you don't know? Now I know. And it's kind of just like another part of the language, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll be a lot of fun, and it kind of cruises us in towards a really cool thing that's going to have a really good thing that it's going towards, and that's the Veteran Wall. Talk a little bit about that live auction and kind of what you know about this potential project.
Well, I know that they're going to put up a veteran wall. Not sure where it's going to go, but either way, I feel like it would really brighten up the community and show some support and everything. Yeah.
Great.
And so there will be the live auction that will start at 7:30. That will go towards the wall. And then following that, there will be the beer garden and live music down on Main Street at 6 o'clock till 1 a.m. There will be the Downtown Nowhere Band and the Jesse Carr Band.
Okay.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
And I know Downtown Nowhere, a lot of people around here have become familiar with them. Great group of people that love performing together and just look like they're having fun when they're up there, which, sometimes you don't get every time you go to a performance, right? So you can't beat those kinds of shows. And not as familiar with Jesse Carr, but I would venture to guess that kind of similar to Downtown Nowhere, going to be a lot of energy and fun.
They're out of Grand Island area, and they have a following there. And they've been rated like one of the better bands in the area to have and stuff. So
awesome. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. All right. Fun way to end the day. And
so I'm excited for that late hour breakfast at the end of the night.
When you get towards the end of the night, you're kind of getting hungry. What better than a nice heavy meal of biscuits and gravy to take to bed with you?
This is our first time doing that, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I'm excited for biscuits and gravy after the beer garden. That just sounds like a lot of fun. So I don't know what time it'll start, if it'll be at midnight. But it'll be late that night, biscuits and gravy, after a long night of drinking and dancing.
There you go. Is anyone else here a Tabasco sauce person on their biscuits and gravy? Is that just me?
Only on my eggs.
Only on your eggs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Well, that'll be a fun way to end Saturday with great music and food. And then Sunday's got some events as well that kind of really cover most of the day, morning and afternoon and evening as well.
So we're going to start that day with our church in the park. So Mason City First Baptist Church here in Mason City. Our church is growing. If you drive by and see that we have an addition put on, we just have outgrown our building, and it's really exciting that we need more space. It's been mostly built by members of the church. We've had to, have some people come and do concrete and electric. But for the most part, it's just been busy hands at church putting on the building. So 10 o'clock, it'll be a non-denominational service. Bring your lawn chair down here at the park. This big tree down here is kind of where we have our service. It's a good shaded area. Bring a blanket. It'll be nice. Good weather that day, I think. We have our worship team that puts on music all summer long at Homeward Trail. They'll be doing our music that morning. And then Pastor Scott will be leading the sermon. So it'll be a good church service that morning, 10 o'clock here at the park.
All right. Yep. And important thing there, bring your chair. And even if you can't necessarily, the kind of layout of the park lends itself to having something down by that tree, though, doesn't it? You can kind of see really well. So remember that chair and check that out. That'd be a good way to start the day and kind of cruise into the rest of the day's events. We go back to food again on Sunday, too. You're not going to go hungry, that's for sure.
That's right. Before I talk, though, our fearless leader, Farrah Rosentrader, she's one of the co-presidents of the Community Service Club. She's listening, and she texted me and wanted to say that Jesse Carr Band was rated the best in GI in 2023.
Nice.
And 11 p.m. for those biscuits and gravy. So even before the beer garden's done, you can refuel and maybe get another drink before last call.
Nice. And there's a lot of good music going on in Grand Island. They've got a pretty good music scene, so that's quite the distinction.
Yeah, so definitely want to come and check that band out. But Sunday the meal is for the alumni. It is held at the community building, so if you've kind of caught on, that community building is the place to go and eat. But if you are an alum of Mason City and you want to go, I know they always have a pretty good showing, and you can either call Phil Zimmer or Kay Shaw. And if you see our guys' poster, I know it's on Facebook. They're in a lot of local shops and everything. Their phone numbers are on there. So.
Okay, that sounds good. And then we're back to competition in the afternoon, right?
Yes, then we will start up the, horseshoe tournament at Sims Park. If you want to be involved in that, you can contact Shane Ryan at 308-870-0207, and that'll be another competitive.
Well, and I like to see horseshoes stick around because it was kind of like before cornhole came along and messed everything up, There's still a really a dedicated horseshoe crowd out there.
There is, and I actually have to just put in a little word here. My husband's family, at their family reunion, every year there's a horseshoe tournament. Okay. And so Shane Ryan would be a cousin, and so he's definitely taken that family tradition, and he has kept this tournament going here in Mason City and kept it strong, and they take good care of the horseshoe pits here and everything. So yeah, it's a good time.
It's not to say that cornhole is easy, but it kind of you can get bailed out, right? If I throw it and it hits the front corner, I still have a chance at it going in the hole. Horseshoes, if you're bad, you're bad.
Yeah,
right?
I don't play.
No,
I just watch.
Yeah, me either. I'm as competitive as they come, but I know I cannot throw a horseshoe. But that's another opportunity to give it a shot or to take it in and watch and cheer people on too. Okay, and then that takes us to the last event on Sunday, movie night. That's a nice way to end the day.
Yep. So 6:30 p.m. Our church is going to host movie night. Excuse me, at our church here in Mason City. Says concessions will be available. The last time we had a movie night, we had I think it was an ice cream bar, but when we have concessions, it's going to be a lot of good snack food. So it'll be fun, family friendly. Bring the kids or just come by yourself. Maybe bring a blanket if you want, sit on the floor or sit in our chairs and watch a movie. Life Mark. I haven't seen this movie yet, so.
I've not seen
I've heard
it
of
either.
it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that'd be great. and a fun way to just kind of get everybody together one last time. I know that Mason City is a really connected town, so there are things that happen throughout the year that get everybody together, but maybe not quite at the level of homecoming.
Yeah, homecoming's the best.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I know that you guys have some sponsors that maybe you want to give a shout out to on the radio this morning, if you'd like to do that, and then we can talk a little bit about your boutique and K&R Concepts as well before we close out.
Okay, well, we definitely want to thank our platinum sponsors, which would include Flatwater Bank, K&R Concepts, SME Trucking LLC, Cole Electric, R&R Welding, Gibbons Electric, and Hamilton Telecommunications. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to put all of this stuff on. So it's very important that we do get them and all of their support and the community support so that they're able to put on these great events for the whole town. Just so everybody can come out and enjoy the weather and the community and everything that it has to bring.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a great schedule this year. And speaking of sponsors, you were one of the sponsors that allowed us to be here this morning talking about it on the radio. Talk a little bit, if people are not familiar with your business, talk a little bit about it.
So I have Patch of Heaven Boutique. I am pretty much located online, but I travel every weekend to small events, little festivals, little events around the community to try to get my name out there. I do have a mobile trailer that is pretty much renovated, so you can just walk into it as a boutique storefront type of deal. You can find me online at patchofheavenboutique.com, and I can do local pickups for orders, or I could do shipping as well.
Cool. Okay, that sounds great. And you were going to talk a little bit about K&R Concepts as well. Kind of a little bit of everything? Is that a way to describe?
I
wrote
say
the ad
so.
earlier this week, and there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, they can do pretty much anything you need them to do. Anything from fencing, tree removal. Pretty sure they do mulch, dirt work. What else was on that list?
Oh man,
I mean,
there was a lot, different types of fence as well.
Quite a
if I
few.
remember
Yeah,
right.
they can do high tensile fence. Pretty much anything you need. They can do as many wires as you want, or a hot wire, or anything in that area. They also build corrals and for livestock as well.
Okay. All right. Great. And is there anything we didn't talk about on the schedule? I know we kind of went through the schedule start to finish, but is there anything that we didn't mention that's going on that you want to let people know? The big thing is they can find any of this information on the Facebook page, which is Mason City
Community Service Club.
Community Service Club. Okay, I want to make sure I get all those words in there right. So anything we didn't touch on that you wanted to, or that we want to retouch on?
I was told to talk about at the live auction, the Quilting Club here in Mason City. They will have 2 denim quilts donated by the Sewing Ladies group. So that would be fun to get in on if you're into quilts and stuff like that.
Those ladies are dedicated. They are at the church at least once a week, maybe even twice a week, all day long sewing. So it's a big ordeal. It's cool that they put that on and donate quilts. And they're usually really, really nice made quilts.
They looked really nice. You can see them on Facebook. I believe they posted some pictures. So
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep that in mind and know that that's going to be going to a good cause as well.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Well, thank you, you 3. Appreciate it. Or you 4.
I think I'd love to say just that Mason City Homecoming, it's a small town, but you can't tell by homecoming weekend. It's many hands at work, a lot of people that care about the community, and we all want to keep homecoming alive. We've only lived here for 4 years, and we love homecoming, and it's a lot of fun, good for the family, and even if you're just not, by yourself, have nothing to do, there's going to be something for you to do. Come watch, food to eat. It's a great weekend. So
people to meet too.
Yeah.
I think the thing about these community celebrations is the community itself comes together to put them on, but they put them on so that people can come from outside of the community and kind of get a preview of what you've got going on there all the time. So everyone from around the area invited to come and check it out.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, we'll call it a morning. and then hopefully you guys are able to be outside today because it looks like it's going to be really nice.
Yeah, it does.
Getting a break from the heat a little bit, huh?
The weather this weekend compared to last year, too, is going to be amazing. I remember the softball tournament. We were so excited to come into the community building for lunch and cool off in the air conditioning. We'll have great weather this weekend, so
that helps.
It's just a great weekend.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Well, with that, we'll thank our sponsors for the remote broadcast this morning again before we send it back to the studio. Mason City Community Service Club and the Village of Mason City, Custer Public Power District, they were the ones that drove by and honked earlier. Cole Electric, KNR Concepts, Patch of Heaven Boutique, and Trotter Incorporated, all making our conversation available this morning. We had a microphone failure with our Facebook Live this morning, but hopefully we were able to be heard there. If not, the full broadcast recap is going to be on KBBN.com, and then Cadence is going to put together a news story talking about Mason City Homecoming as well, if you folks would like to check that out on sandhillsexpress.com. With that, we'll send it back to Dave and Brent in the studio from Mason City.
All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. Great remote as always. We appreciate the folks from Mason City joining us. And, of course, there's your lineup for what's going on this weekend. A lot of things to enjoy and take advantage of during homecoming at Mason City this weekend. That's going to wrap it up for the breakfast show today. Thanks for listening, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll visit with you again tomorrow.